This is probably the best setup for a mini XRT in my opinion. So first thing you'd probably notice is how wide it is, because I've got 12 by 15 millimeter wheel extensions on there. They fit right in and it helps it corner way harder. I mean, it doesn't have any issues cornering stock, but this just changes it to a whole new level. And then once you do that, since it sits wider with this extension, it's going to sit lower. So what you're going to want to do is raise the ride height by changing the position from the outer position to the middle on the shocks all the way around. That gives it the perfect amount of clearance for jumps and going over bumps, and it doesn't affect the way it corners because it's wide now. So, I mean, after doing this setup, I ran it for the first time today. It hands down the best mini basher I've ever driven. Yeah, this is for sure hands down the best mini basher I've ever driven. It just handles these bumps and those. It did a sideways jump there. I did some shock adjustment too. I moved them to the middle position all the way around so that it has a little bit more ground clearance, because now that it's sitting wider, I could technically make it higher. And man, this thing is perfect. See how it jumps this? Look at that. Man, I love this thing. And I haven't done any adjustment to the shocks in terms of fluid setup. It's still running the stock 20 weight. I think that's perfect. If you go with 30, it's probably going to be better for jumping just because it's stiffer, but I don't know how it's going to handle with 30. But you never know unless you try. I don't know, I like it like this. Ooh, it almost took me out. It is running on a 3S right now. That's the first time it's flipped. That wasn't really even a flip, it was just a bunch of cartwheels, because it's so wide now that it can't really flip with that extra width that it has. So it just does giant cartwheels. Night and day difference with those widened. That was not even full throttle. That was way too close. The Mini Max, every time I ran over that middle part, which is the roughest part of this field, it would always end up flipping because it would either hit one of the dips wrong and then it would just go flipping end over end. But this, I think that center diff really helps the way it controls the power. Like the Mini Max doesn't have a center diff, at least my Mini Max doesn't. It has a slipper in it still. I wonder if I can hit that right to get it like level jump. Ooh, yeah, look at that. That rear right tire is come unglued. I can see it wobbling around. And that's probably due to the softer compound in the back versus the stiffer compound in the front. So I think what I'm gonna do with that is I'm gonna just put front all the way around. It's the same tire, it's just that it's a little bit stiffer compound, because it cannot handle its own power. If this was bone stock in terms of the system, it would do the same thing. But the Castle 4600 kV I have in this is perfect. I have it geared down because 4600 is quite a lot. I have a 20 tooth in here, so it seems to be doing pretty well. Hasn't overheated or shut off, so that's good.